Power Hour. Welcome. Oh, you made it. Saturday. Look at that. We're another one. This is Power Hour 210. 210 we've done of these. So 4 years. Some of you ask, by the way, how can you see the 210 different powers? You have to be on our membership site. We give them free during when they're live. And if you join the basic site, which I'll show you how to do, you get like 10 or 12 of them for free. So that'll see if you like that kind of thing. I'll at the break about halfway through, I take a break. I don't take a break. We just do a break. And then we go through like what we're working on and catch up on little things and maybe talk about some courses we're doing or anything. So, and then at the end of the show, I will stop the show and then I'll open the room up for about 30 minutes so that you have a chance, if you want to comment or ask questions. You can ask anything you want. You can ask a technical question, a question about anything. Doesn't really matter. So, anyway, that's what I got for you. And I'll see who's in the room at that point. So, we'll take a look through there. If you have a question, the easiest way to get it answered or to get on with that is to put it in the chat. Now, in the chat, there will also be links. So let me see if they're there yet. No. So, well, maybe. Let's see. No. So in just a little bit, you're going to find some links in the chat. One is going to be for Wings credit. You're also going to find links for the CFI study group, Facebook study group, which is a really good group to join, and some other things. So for now, we'll leave that, and when the time comes, well, it's here. So okay, so I see the link. Nick's put in the link. So if you want Wings credit for this, then you have to click on the link that's in the chat. If you don't do that, if you try to send an email to me or to us, we won't do it because it's too much work. Right. So, so what happens is when you click on the link, it will take you to a site which captures your email, and you put in your email and your name, and then from that point, it automatically goes in for Wings credit, so we don't really have to mess with it much. So there's that. That's just to let you know. And let me see. I think Alex is in here. Should be in here. Yeah, he is here. Okay. We'll let Alex comment on that later if you want to. But basically, we don't do manual entries on the Wings credit. All right. So let's get started. Right? While we're here, why not? That's what we're supposed to do. So let me get on. I have a presentation set for you. You do get a copy of the presentation. It's going to be a PDF, and it'll be in the resources. It'll be in that link that links there. And in addition to that, you'll get an email with it in case you lose it or can't find it or didn't download it as part of the chat. If you want to save the chat, by the way, which I'd recommend, if you look at the chat window, depending on what device you're using, but if you're using a laptop or some sort of or a MacBook, you'll see three dots at the top, and there'll be a way to save the chat. Otherwise, there'll be some way, but just figure out a way to save the chat because a lot of links and things are in there, and you can use those for later if you're not if you're busy doing something like right now and you can barely hang on, listen, something like that. Okay, so let's get on with this. So today, let me get this going correctly from the correct slide. Yeah, we're going to talk about it's a subset really of regulations. So it's has the FA component to it is regulations, but it's basically what steps to take to become a CFI. And I say stop wasting time because you know the longer you wait, and I've said this so many times, the less likely you're ever going to do it, number one. And the second thing is the longer you wait, if you're using it to build time to become an airline pilot, you're losing an enormous amount of money. I mean, as assuming that all the hiring stays good and all this, but it seems Delta is going to start hiring again, so I think things are going to be improving on that front. But the idea is that if you're just waiting till the good happens, all the gravy train is now in full force. I'll look at that, and then you decide to become a flight instructor. You're losing a lot of seniority. And in this business, seniority is everything. Doesn't matter how much you know, doesn't matter how many languages you speak, it doesn't matter how many degrees you have, it doesn't matter how good of a pilot you are.